Hey, what's up, bold and the beautiful fam? Welcome back to the channel where we live, breathe, and obsess over every single jaw-dropping twist in Los Angeles fashion and family chaos. Oh my god, you guys, brace yourselves harder than ever before because the Forrester empire is crumbling from the inside out right now in 2026. If you thought the Logan-Forrester rivalry was hot before, honey, it's about to erupt like a volcano that's been holding in centuries of betrayal, ego, and pure savage drama. Today we're diving deeper than Ridge's ego has ever gone, into the most explosive, heartbreaking, unforgivable moment that's got the entire fan base screaming at their screens. Ridge Forrester just publicly demolished his own father, the legendary Eric Forrester, by calling him the worst designer in the company, in front of everyone. Yes, you heard that right. Ridge, the son who owes everything to Eric's genius, just stabbed the patriarch in the heart on a stage built by Eric's own hands. Can you even believe this? Is this the end of the Forrester legacy as we know it? Or is this the fire that finally ignites Eric's ultimate revenge? Buckle up, beauties, because this video is going to be an emotional roller coaster that leaves no stone unturned, no tear unshed, and no betrayal unexposed. Bold and the beautiful fans, brace yourselves, because this shocking moment has sent ripples through Forrester Creations and shaken the Forrester family to its core like never before in the show's history. In a jaw-dropping twist that no one saw coming, Ridge Forrester publicly insults his own father, Eric Forrester, calling him the worst designer, in front of colleagues, family, fashion insiders, executives, designers, and even members of the press who were there to witness what was supposed to be a triumphant showcase. Yes, you heard that right. The legendary Eric Forrester, the man who built a global fashion empire from the ground up with nothing but vision, passion, and sheer genius. The icon whose sketches have dressed queens, celebrities, and generations of women, the founder whose name is literally on the building, has just been humiliated, degraded, and utterly destroyed by his own flesh and blood. So what really happened? Why would Ridge, the so-called dressmaker, the heir who's been riding Eric's coattails for decades, cross such a brutal, unforgivable line? And is this insult fueled by truth, or something much darker, much more sinister, like jealousy, fear, and a desperate grab for power? Let's break it all down step by devastating step, because this isn't just a fight. This is war. For decades, Eric Forrester has been the heart, soul, and unbreakable foundation of Forrester Creations. His name is synonymous with luxury, legacy, timeless elegance, and groundbreaking design that changed the fashion world forever. Remember the early days? Eric sketching late into the night while Stephanie cheered him on? The showdowns with Sally Spectra? The couture lines that made Forrester the powerhouse it is? Eric isn't just a designer, he's a god in this industry. But recently things haven't been the same. Eric's health struggles, his declining eyesight, the tremors in his hands, these have raised serious, whispered concerns behind closed doors at Forrester Creations. Concerns that Ridge has been quietly wrestling with for months, watching his father's once steady hand falter on the drawing board. But family is supposed to protect family, right? Love is supposed to come first in the Forrester world, or at least that's what we've always been told. Still, no one on this planet expected Ridge to explode like this, to weaponize those vulnerabilities in the cruelest way possible. Picture the scene, fam. It's a high-profile meeting at Forrester Creations, one of those glamorous events attended by top executives, up-and-coming designers, family members, and yes, even the press, all gathered to see Eric's latest couture collection. Eric, ever the proud patriarch, steps up with that signature confidence, that fire in his eyes, passionately presenting his new designs like the legend he is. He's pouring his soul into every sketch, every gown, believing this could be his grand comeback, his proof that he's still got it. And then Ridge snaps. The room goes dead silent as Ridge interrupts, his face twisted in frustration, and unleashes hell. He calls Eric's recent work outdated, embarrassing, a risk to the entire Forrester brand that's been carefully curated for years. And then, oh god, then comes the line that stopped the room cold, the dagger that pierced straight through Eric's heart. If we're being honest, you're the worst designer this company has right now. Gasps. Absolute gasps filled the room. Brooke Logan Forrester was visibly shaken, her hand flying to her mouth in horror. Donna Logan looked utterly heartbroken, tears welling up as she watched her honey bear crumble. Steffi Forrester tried to hold it together, but even she looked stunned. And Eric, the king himself, completely blindsided, wounded deeper than any rival takeover ever could. You could see it in his eyes. The pain of a father betrayed by his son, the man he raised, mentored, and handed the keys to the kingdom. So why would Ridge say something so cruel, so vicious, so permanently damaging? On the surface, Ridge claims he was protecting the company. He argues that fashion is ruthless, cutthroat, no room for weakness, and that sentimentality has no place in business when the brand is on the line. According to Ridge, Eric's declining abilities aren't just a private family issue anymore. They're a corporate liability that's dragging Forrester Creations down in a world where young, fresh designers are snapping at their heels. But come on, B&B fans, we know Ridge Forrester better than that. We've watched him flip-flop between Brooke and Taylor for years, make impulsive decisions, let his ego run wild. This wasn't just about design critiques or business savvy. This was personal. Deeply, gut-wrenchingly personal. Sources close to the show, and trust me, the spoilers are leaking like crazy, are hinting that Ridge has been feeling overshadowed for years, maybe his entire life. Despite being the current CEO and creative leader, Ridge has always lived in Eric's massive, inescapable shadow. The legendary founder, the untouchable icon that everyone from employees to the press still reveres as the true heart of Forrester. Eric gets the standing ovations, the Lifetime Achievement Awards, the whispers of "he's the real genius." And now, with Eric insisting on staying in the spotlight, refusing to fade gracefully into retirement, Ridge feels threatened, like his time to shine is being stolen. Is Ridge truly concerned about the brand and its future in this fast-paced fashion world? Or is he absolutely terrified of losing control, of being seen as second best forever? Think about it. Ridge forced Eric into retirement not long ago, throwing that surprise party that felt more like an ambush than a celebration. He sidelined his father, refused to even look at Eric's final couture line, the one Donna and others swear is his best work ever. Ridge dismissed it outright, pushed Eric out, and now this public humiliation? It's not protection, it's a power grab. A son desperate to step out from under his father's legacy and claim it as his own, even if it means destroying the man who gave it to him. Was immediate and devastating. Eric, usually so calm, dignified, and unbreakable, was deeply wounded. You could see the light dim in his eyes. This wasn't just professional criticism. This was a son rejecting his father's entire life's work, invalidating decades of sacrifice and brilliance. Donna rushed to Eric's defense, furious and protective, lashing out at Ridge for humiliating the love of her life so publicly. Brooke, forever caught in the middle of Forrester-Logan drama, tried to calm the storm and play peacemaker. But even she seemed unsure, torn between her loyalty to Ridge and the horror of what he'd just done. That's what makes his words so devastatingly cruel. Instead of having a private, compassionate father-son conversation, something full of love, respect, and understanding, Ridge chose to expose Eric's deepest vulnerabilities in the harshest, most public way possible. In front of the people who worship Eric. And that raises a chilling rhetorical question that's keeping me up at night. Was this really about brutal honesty and saving the company? Or was it a calculated, cold-blooded power move to finally dethrone the king and crown himself once and for all? What happens next could change everything in the bold and the beautiful universe. And trust me, the spoilers for late January and February 2026 are already teasing absolute mayhem. Will Eric finally step down gracefully, broken and defeated? Hell no. Many fans and the whispers from the set believe Eric isn't done yet. In classic B&B fashion, humiliation like this often fuels the most epic redemptions. There are rumors swirling that Eric is secretly preparing one final masterpiece. A couture line so breathtaking, so revolutionary, that it will prove Ridge dead wrong and reclaim his throne in spectacular fashion. But if that happens, expect all-out war. Because Ridge won't back down easily, he never does. This father-son feud could split Forrester Creations right down the middle, forcing everyone to choose sides. Brooke torn between her husband and her former father-in-law, Steffi backing her dad fiercely, Thomas and RJ caught in the crossfire, Carter trying to hold the company together, even Hope and Liam getting dragged in through the Logan connections. B&B fans, this is the drama we've been waiting for. The kind that echoes the classic rivalries of the past but hits harder because it's father against son, legacy against ambition. Drop your thoughts below. Every prediction, every rant, every tear. Smash that like button if this betrayal has you shook. Hit subscribe right now with notifications on because we're dropping daily spoilers, breakdowns, and theories on all the 2026 chaos. RJ and Electra's forbidden flirt. Will Spencer's firing Brooke and Ridge's marriage on the rocks again, and so much more. Because in Los Angeles, fashion fades, rivals rise, but betrayal? Betrayal lasts forever. Thanks for watching. Stay bold, stay beautiful, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.